Alright guys, NMRC here with you guys. Last minute kind of build. Customer brought this to me, wanted SCX-10-2 axles, which are AR44 axles. Get rid of these crappy Yoda 2 axles as what you see right here. I tried to do a damn build video, but my phone is just straight up retarded. And as I'm talking, everything's fine, but the video, it's fast forwarding all through it instead of going along as I'm trying to describe and show everything in detail of what I did and showing you how to put SCX-10-2 axles on a RC4 drive. So I have to butcher this up since I can't show you play by play, which would bore you probably anyway. So I guess in the long run, it's better this way. Okay, so anyway, we got a RC4 drive FJ40, very well used rig here. Already did the swap, already have everything working. As you can see, everything works as it should. And then I will take off the body, show you in detail of what I did and how I did what I did. Since my phone doesn't like to work properly in the heat of the moment, I guess you can say. So he bought these 10-2 links that come with all of them, steering, Panhard, all that. I told him, well, can't really use these because it'll alter your wheelbase to 12.3. These wheelbases are 11.3 or 11.4 wheelbase on a RC4 drive. This is a D90 chassis that I sold him as a D90, the one that has all the doors open and everything. I forget the name of it, but anyway, what he did to get the FJ to fit on here is the body mounts, front and rear bumpers, and it's the same thing. Boom, bolts right on, bam, bam. But anyway, I used all the stock hardware that comes on this truck, other than link rod ends on some of it, to change it, and I will show you what I mean by that. Let me turn this off for now. Let me turn his radio off for now. So we got this guy here. These are some of the regular factory link rod ends that were on the links, and as you can see, the drive shaft angle, pinion angle, is not bad at all. It flows nicely up and down. I just have to trim the drive shaft right there. See, as it hits, I just need to trim off a little bit of that, and it'll be fine at full compression. I changed these 4 link ends, as you've seen, from those ones to these curved ones to bring this pitch down, because before it was way up, it was causing it would cause a lot of binding. It looked like crap, wouldn't function right. I didn't like it. So you mount those in the regular spot, and then at the top outer part, I mounted these shocks to it just fine. Has a little bit of meat. I pinch these to make it tight, or you can use washers to keep the factory structure look, I guess. It doesn't matter, it's plastic, it's fine, it'll mold to it, it ain't gonna hurt it. Just to snug up the link in so there's no play back and forth. So as you can see, it does what it needs to do, and it does it well. Okay, now to the front. The rear is easy. The front has tons of geometry, and yeah, it's pretty sketch sometimes trying to do this. But as you can see, the pinion angle, beautiful pinion angle. Let me press the axle down. See, it holds that angle, not bad, won't hurt it. I mounted the shocks and links just like I did the rear. Same with the front. I did put shorter rod link ends on the very end that go to the axle on these links, but not over here. These are still factory. This is still factory. The upper third member link, I guess you can say. It does not rub against the transmission as it's driving. See? No, oh, I have my finger on the drive shaft. See, it's not hitting anything. That's beautiful. When I did this with the TRX 4 axles on this same chassis before I sold it to him, I had to use a dual servo horn that stripped out. I had to use one of the arms and lift this up because it was smacking into it, into the spur gear. I had to raise that up to clear it. But this is just fine with the ar44 SCX10 2 axles. These are a 2-piece. You have your diff here that comes off, and then this whole case splits in half. It's not a 3-piece. But hey, you know, I got a smoking deal. These are brand new. Came off a new rig, brand new, never ran. One thing I do not like is these are a dog bone, not a CVD. So Ed, I know you're watching this. You want to change these out to CVD axle shafts, not this dog bone stuff, because when you turn it sharp and you're going, it binds up in the dog bone cup or cup, whatever, axle cup, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now to the front. We some of those old link rod ends. This steering link has short ones, so I took the short ones off. I stole the old ones off the rear that were laying there, put them on here to make the steering link longer. This is the factory center link to the axle. And then let's see here. Oh yeah, the Panhard bar. I didn't even put anything link end wise to make it longer, to make it reach. As you can see here, still has the short ones. That's what the steering one came with, is short ones like that. I had to set the Panhard Bar Mount, if I can show you guys it properly. I had to set the Panhard Bar Mount right here on the inside and bolt it through the shock hoop, and that's why it has a nut on this side, and it bolts all the way through and stuff. It was mounted on this side. Oops, sorry. Was mounted on this side on those two holes close to the shock hoop, and it ran from this side to that side. But as you can see on this axle, it's got to go from left to right. As you can see, I put a nut on that bolt to make it a spacer, a washer, which works just fine, no problems. Now I will show you guys. I thought at first, hang on here, let me flip her upside down. I thought at first my Panhard bar was keeping the truck from turning all the way this way, right? Well, come to find out, my friend never checks stuff like he should, and this tracks a servo horn here. It can only go on one way, right? So it has the splines here. If I can actually hold the servo right for you guys. So it actually has the splines. Come on, phone. Well, my phone doesn't want to focus, but there's the splines here. Then it has this nipple to it. No innuendo, guys. Okay. But anyway, there's the splines, has the nipple. This nipple was smacking right into this lip of the frame right here. It's like a notch right there. And it was hitting this, and it wasn't allowing this truck to steer all the way like that. I was like, oh man, my Panhard bar's too long, and it's not letting the truck steer. And so I turn on the truck, and I start steering it nice and slow, of course, and I see the servo arm hitting. So luckily I had this one from my lowrider servo that I replaced with the reefs, because I didn't get the reefs yet, which I already got. But anyway, I put this servo horn from that Power Tech or something, or I can't remember the name of that servo, but I threw this servo horn. It's aluminum servo horn arm on this from that, and it works perfect. 25 tooth, and it clears, as you can see. I'm able to turn all the way back and forth. This one, nope, you gotta cut that off because it smacks right into the frame rail. So yeah, I was able to use all the links, stock, drive shafts, factory to the RC4 wheel drive, the shocks, everything. Relatively really easy build, swap, whatever you want to call it. It was nice, easy, simple. So now let's turn on the rig. I gotta get all this stuff mounted and get the fuel cell mounted, mount that back in the fuel cell. But anyway, wrong radio. Let's turn on his radio. Let's turn on his rig. There we go. She's all fired up. All right, let's set her here. Full. That way it does lift because of Panhard bar. Not too bad though. But, oh, now it's not doing it. That was weird. But as you can see, that baby turns. Now, I will flip this upside down so you guys can see the drivetrain and everything work properly. So there you go. There's that. Steers just fine. Of course, it's going to move because the body ain't on there, which it doesn't move entirely horribly. And then here you go. As you can see, everything works like as it should. Let me push that down. See, doesn't even rub the transmission or nothing. See that? Not even rubbing. Before it did. See the old mark? That's with the other axle. Not even hitting the pinning, the spur gear or nothing. That's rolling smooth. Let's see if I could set my arm on the other side of this here. Oh, the controller's hitting the tire. Yep, I can't. Sorry guys, I gotta do this all. It's all about the angle of the dangle. But anyway, as you can see, smooth as glass. Smooth as glass, fellas. I am the king at doing this. You know, I don't see nobody using stock links or anything like that. So, did it really easily. His motor mount was all loose too. Put in another screw, is missing a screw, put that in. Had a strip screw, took care of that. I had to use some of my hardware like I told him. So Ed, I know you're watching this, you owe me some hardware. And I'm keeping your Traxxas servo horn because I'm giving you that one that's on that truck now. And then yeah, he's just got to bring me these other 7mm hexes off the rear axle that he didn't bring. So I'll probably throw those on the front. And yeah, other than that, guys, I mean, this baby's ready to rip already. Easy peasy. Took me only 1 hour to do this axle swap. So, you know, she's ready to rip. I know it looks like a stink bug, but when you set the body on there, it levels out. I was kind of like, what the? But that's the way he has it set up. So when you set the body on there, it levels it out. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful in your endeavor of putting SCX 10.2 AR44s on your RC4 wheel drive. This goes the same with the TF2 Merlin, Blazer, D90, FJ40, all that stuff. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Sorry I couldn't get the video in detail. My phone was being dumb, and you guys probably would have gotten bored of it anyway. But thanks again, guys, and I'll have some more content coming up here shortly. And thanks for all the new subscribers and all my loyal, dedicated subscribers that are still subscribed to me. I appreciate y'all, and y'all be safe out there and have a good one.